on that Witch Slayer and the silver, not the silver, sorry, the magic money shots. Is it money shots? Yeah, it's money shots on the Flint. So he took down the Witch Slayer, but the push itself was repelled. We do have a swap going on down in the center. Pharaoh is going to get burst upon. I'm not too sure he's going to get out of here, but he's going to try his best. I don't know, he's pretty tanky at this point with a lot of magic resist, and it looks like he will indeed be living. Great job on his part, even throwing a snot rocket back out at Andromeda and Chipper, so they'll be backing off. Right now we got Arachna up top. Her items haven't changed in a last little bit, but she did just die, so I can only assume that money is a little hard up for her. She's at 1,500 gold, not too sure what she's wanting to go for at this point. Could be her own portal key, or maybe she just wants to get the Firebrand right off the bat in entirety. So
yeah, she probably just wanted to take down that tower. Is the Pharaoh ultimate stolen colon? Yes, of course it is. Pharaoh, as you said, is pretty tanky right now. I don't know. As I miss a kill, of course, in the middle where Pestilence gets taken out by Kraken and his ultimate, which is, you know, obviously the most easiest thing in the world to do.
Well, it's actually Witch Slayer with a silver bullet that took him down there. But up top, Pharaoh, I don't know, it looks like he lost connection or disoriented or something. He's just kind of just sitting there as he died, so I don't know. But Pharaoh down, you know, top of the game right now. We do have Hellbringer just denied that mid tower, denying a tower. Really great to do, and that is all 3 extremity towers down for the Legion. And really, I don't know, this Legion team has really yet to dent any of these towers for Hellborn. So that kind of shows, I mean, right now Hellborn have a big advantage, because as soon as the Legion come across that river, I mean, they have a lot of resistance to go through.
Yeah, especially the Legion, like the Hellborn. Whenever I say something, somebody dies.
Sorry, it was just Hellbringer at this point goes down. Andromeda was the payback there, but it does look like Voodoo Jester's going down as well. Kraken's trying his best to put a dent into this Pestilence. Pestilence going, he doesn't even have his boots yet, but it looks like he'll be going for his steamboats. In comes this, wow, Kraken can get out of the Pharaoh mummy walls just as easy as that. Pestilence is going to go down, and now Flint might be fighting a losing battle. They're going to go on Kraken. I don't think the magic bullet is going to do it, no, but that Pharaoh snot rocket will indeed. So I think that was a 4-for-2 exchange.
Yeah,
it was a 3-for-2, but the Pharaoh had died before, so he kind of came in a little late. That's the only reason he came in late, because he was dead, which is understandable. I mean, being dead makes it hard to go anywhere.
Yeah, that's very true, obviously. But that was pretty good. I didn't know that Kraken could actually get out of the Pharaoh mummy walls. Pretty cool, because, you know, you're trapped and you just take him with you. You're like, nobody, not gonna happen, and you just take him out. It's pretty damn good. But that, just as you mentioned it, like, tower advantage, no matter whether you deny them or something, you lose a lot of map control. And as, especially combined with the words, the Legion have a really hard time getting in the Hellborn jungle, and Arachna can very safely farm, because they basically warded all the entrances. I don't know whether they did it consciously, but they did it. And it's very good, because they, you know, down bottom and at top, the wards prevent, you know, give vision into the entrances, and the only answers that they have is this top, you know, jungle here, this top lane, and you see, like, that's a pretty good, like, fortress of sight, and so Arachna can very safely farm that top jungle here, and I really like that. Now they only need to defend their towers and keep the map, you know, advantage, and if they can extend that, they can place more offensive wards. But as they're sitting right now, they're sitting pretty comfortable, to be honest.
Well, comfy indeed, but we got all 5 Legion have gathered. It looks like Flint Beastwood, level 2 Deadeye, so he's not quite outranging towers. It does look like Initiation's going down. Out comes the Malphys, the Pestilence going down right on top of Rockets. He dropped so quickly, and now Kraken is just cleaning up. That's 3 down right now. 4 down. No, 3 down, but okay, fine. Hellbringer's dead, so might as well call him 4 down. And the only surviving party out of that is going to be this Pharaoh. So much AoE damage coming out of this team with the Witch Slayer, the Chipper, and the Kraken. That was an insane amount of burst. Are they going to be chasing in? Does not look like they're going to be chasing in for that Pharaoh. But still, that's pretty comfy range right now. Taking the kill lead. I mean, check out that experience and gold lead right now. 8,000, 6,000 respective. And even to put the cake, the cherry on the cake, top lane is pushing in, and so is this bottom lane as well. So they don't even have to worry right now about any kind of tower damage in Retribution. And now we have all this gold. What are we going to go spend it on?
Well, Kraken's going to spend it on Shivas. Most likely.
Shivas?
Sorry, Frostfield Plate. Yeah, I've watched a lot of Dota lately. This is really bad.
No, you really thinking Frostfield Plate, or are you thinking Demonic Breastplate?
I would say Frostfield Plate, just to strengthen his initiation potential, and he could just farm really safely a lot with his skills as well, because you know you have a lot of mana if you have a Frostfield Plate, just simply from the 35 extra intelligence that you gain from them. And very interesting, just saying that, you know, Andromeda's putting up that ward right again at top. It just, you know, went down, and she puts it up right again, just, you know, giving the safe spot, securing that area. And now we see, like, map control is so important. And I was just gonna mention that, like, again, very good communication. Arachna was right there. She put it in right there when the team fight happened. And that just shows, like, you can just win a team fight with good communication, and you can win a game if you know, have the map control. And the Hellborn are executing this very perfectly. Chipper, however, has his Staff of the Master, which we all know is a super good item on him because it's so good for his ultimate. Arachna has a Geometer's Bane finish, so that's super good. And this Chipper is just scouting what's going on the Legion side of things.
Whoa! Did you just say Arachna had something?
Arachna has her Geometer's Bane.
Okay, I guess I zoned out for some silly reason. My mistake. Keep going, sir.
Other than that, I don't think anything is going on apart from Flint, who has his Geometers as well, and Pestilence has finished his Steam Boot. So they're pretty normal item choices. Nothing really odd or crazy here.
Now, the Staff of the Master pickup on Chipper definitely makes his ultimate just hit that much harder with the slow. Throw it on the tar, and it's very hard to walk away from that for whatever reason. So, Arachna does have, of course, her image orb there, but so does the Flint. I have to wonder if this is going to become one of those mass Geometer Bane games. Have you ever seen one of those where it's like 15 heroes against 15 heroes? It's very hard to keep track of sometimes.
Yeah, but I think that, like, it will be 2 Geometer Banes, and that'd be it. I don't think that the Legion have Flint and the Hellborn have Arachna, who are really, you know, heroes that you would expect a Geometer's Bane on. So,
yeah, you don't really expect it on a Chipper or a Kraken.
No.
Although we didn't really expect a Kraken in the first place. So it's all good. Pharaoh has a Shaman's Headdress. We already talked a little bit about Flint. Hellbringer's died a lot, so it's very hard for him to garner any kind of items at this point past wards, although he does have Steam Boots now finished up. It does look like that's not a hero. Where's Pestilence? There's Pestilence. Pestilence only still has his Portal Key and his Blood Chalice, although I do notice he finished up his Steam Boots, and that leaves us with the Voodoo Jester, who only really has, well, whatever he started off with plus the Striders. So slow going.
Yeah, it's like the Legion can't really do anything, and they know that they need to do something because they're behind, obviously. But the Hellborn know that they're in a very comfortable position right now, and they can just, you know, farm away. That Arachna is farming extremely well. The Kraken is farming extremely well, and farm Kraken is definitely something that you really, you know, can capitalize on. So I don't know. They shouldn't, and especially that Flint. Like, Flint's just sitting in mid lane and he's not farming, like, apart from mid lane. And I think that he could, for instance, easily farm bottom at this moment and just increase his farm so he can, you know, bring his team back in the late game. I'm not sure how the Legion are, you know, planning on working this, but it's gonna be interesting if they can turn it around again.
Now here's an item that I've seen in almost every game for the last few patches, and that is the Ring of the Teacher. Why is this item become like almost core now in every game?
Well, it's super cheap. It gives you armor, which is extremely good, and it gives you mana regeneration. Works extremely well in the trial lane, and just works extremely well in general.
Yeah, well, just to interrupt that, do you know what's not working well? Going against this Kraken, because he just drowned 2 Legionnaires as they go down. Who has the tablet of command? It is somebody. I saw it come out there, but I don't think Pharaoh's going to be able to make this. And I don't know, this Voodoo Jester might not as well. Looks like we got a haste rune on this Chipper, and Chipper's just going to try to knock him down. There's the first genocide of the game. 26-20 is now the score in favor of this Hellborn team. This is a great opportunity for the Hellborn to push, simply because there is literally no resistance right now. And now we have heard of rumblings of the big future HoN patch that will fix everything. There's going to be a new tower scaling system, right? I heard rumblings about the way they calculate tower health and tower armor based upon how many heroes are alive. Great deny by Hellbringer there. Oh man, I'd be pissed if that happened.
Yeah, there's just honestly, like when a deny happens, you know, you shrug. You don't want a deny to happen. It's obviously a lot of gold that you lose, but I think that the general gain of having a tower down is just so good that you can, you know, it's obviously not what you want, but it's still not like disastrous.
Well, disastrous was that last team fight for this Legion, and they have lost, you know, their mid tower now. They have a completely free mid lane, no towers, no protection whatsoever, and really now you have to keep that conscious in your mind, you know, at the forefront, because if you let it get pushed too much when you're not around, you're off on another lane, you're out ganking, you're killing Kongor, and this mid lane gets too far pushed in, it's going to start adding up on damage into your lane or afford a nice little causeway for enemy heroes to sneak right in there and do some damage. So that, I mean, right now definitely Legion behind.
Yeah, I think that's so, like, that's really obvious, and even the numbers show it. Just a quick look at the stats just shows you that a huge experience lead and a huge gold lead, and right now they can just do so much. Like they can pretty much, you know, dictate the pace of the game. They took out that second tier, that first tier 2 tower down in the mid, and you know, again, they're just clawing a mid. Arachna's farming, Andromeda's doing a bit of farm herself, but they're just, you know, pressurizing the lane, and the Legion are not really doing that well themselves, even though they started, you know, farming themselves now. But I think they just started too late, and especially at Flint started way too late.
Well, Arachna's definitely racking up the farm. 330 gold a minute with a very close second with that Kraken. He's sitting at almost 320 himself. On the flip side, I mean, just taking a quick gander here at the Legion, I mean, Hellbringer has died 8 times. Sure, he has 8 assists. He has 79 gold a minute. It's not even triple digits anymore. 79. You can say the same for the Voodoo Jester. He has 5 deaths. But at the same time, 84 gold a minute. I mean, look at their spent values and look at their gains. It's just really, really lacking behind. Whereas the Hellborn are over triple digits. We got the 330s, we got the 240s, the 131s, definitely in control. I mean, just look at these items. I mean, Arachna is going for her True Strike Mace. So she has her Slayer already up. And I did really think that it was going to be a Demonic Breastplate with a Kraken. So he does have that
and
finished up now.
I tell you why, because so the Hellborn have a lot of physical damage, and I didn't think of that before, but they have two auras. They have the Arachna aura, and they have the Andromeda aura, as well as, you know, the armor reduction. Does Kraken's ultimate still give armor reduction? I don't know, but Andromeda's, you know, Aurora does definitely get, you know, give you minus armor, and just that all adds up. And so you know, even though I said the stupid thing about the Frostfield plate before, but I think that the Demonic Breastplate just makes a lot of sense right now to me.
Well, I can tell you who will probably get that Frostfield plate, provided this game goes on long enough. Chipper has picked up a plate mail, and that's very indicative for him, because he doesn't really need a demonic, let alone 2 demonics on one team. But at the same time, I mean, look at the physical damage also coming out of the Legion. I mean, we have the Voodoo Jester's ultimate is pure physical damage. So any kind of armor you can stack on your team is going to be beneficial to survival. Flint with his auto attacks. Sure, he has his ult and of course his flare, but his auto attacks, late game is usually where it's at. And of course, I mean, Pestilence is negative armor with his ult, and of course chasing you down, auto attacking you down. So the more armor they can stack, the more resistant they are to 3/5 of this team.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it's a two-way aura kind of deal.